I just knew that my mission was to animate these blank books, especially the most precious ones that what are we waiting for? They're just like airheads sitting there on the, looking all pretty, and then you open it up and there's no substance. So I made it my mission to help people get over their fear of getting in those books. And so the inquiry is this year in particular is, what is it that helps us really connect with what's true for us. And in some ways, it's almost like radical connection, joy, deep commitment to our creativity is very subversive. And it's also, a kind of an antidote to whatever the climate is. I just think there's a profound need, especially for artists who we spend so much time in solitude by design and because of the way we what we have to do, our part of our part that we play and the stuff that we do. I hate to say work. um it gets lonely and we can get lost in we can spin out, especially when the outer energy field is so disrupted. And it's going to get more so yeah, so even if it's just regulating our nervous systems by doing whatever calms us down, and basically it's going to be slowing down, paying attention to our senses, bringing awareness to not the thing we're trying to grasp or make right, but what is our connection? And how does that connection deepen as we really begin to see and make that kinesthetic mind, body, everything coming. And then we'll talk about flow. Uh, a journal, a visual journal. And the key things for that is there's so many out there. I like the 9 by 12 inch. Um, the I know they're spiral bound, but I've typically taught using these. The Strathmore Visual Journals use
Mhm.
mixed media paper. That said, I'm okay with anything that just know that it needs to have, 90 pound more than it's got to have uh, a weight to the paper. That's why something mixed media in order to tolerate, again, mixed media. Yeah, this is not about going out and procuring a bunch of things. Use the journal as a vehicle for doing any like a talk discussion about composition, about layering, about combining text and image, text as image. It's just such a great playground for um, and when I say practice, practice like Tai Chi, meaning it's you're doing it. It's not like you're it's in rehearsal for something, but it's a living document of it's just the footsteps of your creative path. Well, the theme is the imagination ignited.
Good.
So that's why we'll talk about improvisation and intuition, which comes into my book topics, and play and flow and what all that means. Not trying to intellectually take it apart, but just everybody has an experience of that and tapping into remembering that and then seeing how that connects with their making slash creative process. I want to presence the theme that really characterized last year and will moving forward is the Wu Wei of effortlessness. And that doesn't mean lacking in effort. It means how we go about this process in a way that isn't burdensome mentally, physically, financially, thus the humble journal as a vehicle, because we can do everything we need with just a few simple tools. And I will give examples of all of those of more simple, more layered. They all are a way to express something. Anyway, that's the inquiry. Is like, how can we have this time where we hold these, again, figuring out how do we deal with this and how do we really cultivate our creative spirit? And I don't know how that will manifest, but I like to do it in through letters, lines, images, and I'm happy to help anybody at any level do that. So